down to those team fights. And with that in mind, ladies and gentlemen, potentially it could be the last game of the series if Todak can't force this out from the Orcas. And with that, let's begin game number 4 between both Todak as well as Echo.
Right now, I'm looking at my heart rate and it's pretty high. Speaking of which, right now, looking at the situation, we got to see how Yums as well as Moon is going to play this out, because there's always that potential of Novaria stealing away the buff very early on.
Yep, there's a lot that the Novaria puts on the table. It's just a matter of timing, and if Todak's communications are on point, especially now that their backs are against the wall.
True. And that actually is going to be applied in all these 3 lanes as well, right? So far, how is this Yuzong and the Lapu Lapu matchup going to look like?
Well, it looks like Momo is going to take a lot of damage, so I don't know how to follow up on that conversation now.
I mean, it changes at level 4, no?
Yes, definitely.
But, yeah, that's because Sanford used his full combo.
Yeah.
His level 2 combo.
Dude, again, that's pretty hard. BettyQT breaks the GPM high score again with 947 gold per minute last game. Rival is here to help out Momo. But now, again, so far, it looks like a lot of attention has to be given over to Momo. Momo needs the babysit for just a little bit. Sanford showing Momo not a good time.
And that's the question, right? Because right now, it's very different. When we saw those 2 lanes, it's usually in favor of Echo, but this time Todak does have a winning lane, which is in the gold lane. Do you think they're able to play around that, play around Chiku?
Honestly, I kind of feel like this is also a false sense of security, but the moment Chiku tries to go for that trade, all of a sudden Yaoi is there. So even if you're winning the lane, you could end up losing just because all of a sudden Yaoi's a thing.
So it really depends on where Yaoi is situated on the map, right? Okay, but so far he's in mid. He hasn't really focused on the gold lane just yet. You can see that Echo, they're trying to play with their winning lanes, and here we go. So much action here in the bottom side, or what is going to be a lot of action in the bottom side, but actually no, yo.
It's a lot of action from Echo, and Todak understood that, you know what, they have such a great advantage in early, let's just give him the turtle. Clean take for Echo.
Sanford, man, this is the Sanford effect. The fact that once he opens the Black Dragon form, everyone's like, you know what, I don't want to mess with this. The guy is kind of strong on this hero, so we're not going to do much. For now, Chiku, guys, is able to...
They're going to go for it here, right? There's not really any objectives on the map, but...
Look at the sandwich play. There's a kick on the Yums, the first to fall. Echo draws first blood.
800 gold lead already here in the first 3 minutes of the game. And before the first turtle, right, everyone wanted to go to that level, that EXP, right, to get that level, to get that level 4, because both of these roamers are reliant on that. So far, there is a pick on to Todak, but what else can they utilize? Because like I mentioned before, there's not many objectives on the board just yet. Do they want to focus on pressuring the gold lane?
Well, trying to set something up for his team, but could be very, very dangerous here now. Retribution used onto Rival as well. So far, this is a lot of nothing team fights, but Momo going up against Sanford, almost winning that 1v1.
All right, so it looks like Momo, as you mentioned, Eterna, that dynamic should change once Momo hits level 4. So I think it's closer to 50-50. And yeah, I have to note as well, the relative absence of both teams in the XP lane. If it's all about gold, then they've both decided, yeah, this is a gentleman's agreement, we're not going to XP.
Yeah, I kind of feel like at this point, for both teams, they're like going mano a mano. Yums against Yaoi, Sanji against Moon. Because I kind of feel like every single time they're targeting, they're targeting their counterpart. Because again, even from game number 1, Yaoi, who are you catching? Yums. Everyone's just like, yo, let's do 1v1, 5 different places.
And Yums back on Yaoi as well. So there's a little bit of beef there, but here we go.
40 going in deep, up top, Yums gets the pull on the Benny. Rival with the heavy spin, gonna pin down Sanford. Momo gets the kill. Yums though goes down. Taken out by BettyQT. That fight's still happening up top, but down here, near the orange buff, Rival falls. Carl Teasy got his eyes on the orange buff, gotta steal it away.
2-for-1 trade, nearly 3. Oh, it could be 3 right now.
Chiku
They gotta go for it.
gets taken down. Benny goes deep behind enemy territory. And all this while, by the way, it was started off by Echo taking second turtle.
Again, I gotta say, that was a very risky play going for those minions, but again, this is kind of like the Todak playstyle. It's like, yeah, I die, it's okay. I don't look at KDAs that much. And now, Rival and Carl Teasy again, mano a mano up top. Yums gets caught again by Yaoi.
Who the orange the purple go to? All right, so at least Rival got his purple. That's not so bad. But given these movements in the jungle, that gold lane got popped wide open. Tier 1 goes down.
And that's not great, right? Because now what we thought was a weak lane, what we thought Benny Cutie was playing weak side, he's been fed 3 kills already in the first 5 minutes of the game, and he already has his first item on the way to the second. Meanwhile, Beatrix still stuck at that.
I mean, ultra late game, Beatrix should have the advantage just because you have a lot of range as long as you can handle both Sanford as well as Yaoi. Now, concealed play, Yumes. Will he go for Sanford right now? Sanford wants to fight back. He sees Chico guys, he sees Moon, he wants Moon.
That's a full combo set in by Sanford. Black Dragon form straight into 4. Let's see, Rival playing footsies. Astral Echo set out. Sanji catches that bolt. And now Yumes, the only one left forward. Divine Judgment. In comes Chico, looking for more. Not enough damage. Carl Teasy, the middle of 3. In comes the headbutt from Rival. No dice. But look at mid. Oh, all this time, Echo's buying time. Benny gets a push.
A little bit of miscom, I think, there because Yumes wanting for the cash, but I kind of feel like Chico guys, he did not have his ult ready. If he did, I kind of feel like that was a kill. The basic attacks, not enough just yet because Chico guys just has the Blade of Despair, which is great, but kind of great when you're using your ult. Basic attack for right now, with the deficit that you have, not great. 3.6k, 3.7k. Chico guys just needs a little bit more.
He needs a little...
The 4v4 just waiting to happen. Feel the tension. Rival spots Yaoi. Heavy spin, forcing out a flicker. In comes Sanford. Watch Carteezy getting those stacks in, forcing out a flicker away from Chico guys. Yumes already popped the conceal. No dice. Rival headbutts in. Spent his ult already. That's a false engage. And now look, it's Momo off camera. Up top, taking a tier 1.
Right now, looks like Todak, they're just trying to split. They're trying to find Yumes. Yumes able to dodge out of that. Yumes still has his Divine Judgment. And again, for now, it looks like both teams are trying to see who has the better trigger finger.
Okay, now in that trade, definitely worth it for Todak, right? Wait.
Yeah.
Flicker?
Dude,
okay.
If that was me, I'll flicker out.
Flicker out too.
Yeah,
All right,
I'll flicker out because that was so scary.
All right, understandable flicker. But in that trade, I feel like Todak, they're finally trading back. They're finally pushing the punches back again, right? Because if Echo was able to get perhaps a pick at least onto one member in the bottom side, then it could be a worth it trade for them. But they weren't able to. Todak, they're trying to outsmart Echo at this point.
Yep, anything on the map is actually something Todak would like to get their hands on in the least amount of cost, right? So if Yumes has to die, so be it. If Momo has to die, sure, but he hasn't yet. Rival, sure. So this is fine. I think Todak's map isn't very small as compared to what the gold lead might show. And I think Moon's Astral Echo is helping now. Lord started up at half health. Yumes with that angle, going for the flank, spotted by Kaltizi. No one home, but wait, Benny Cutie versus Momo, forcing out a bravest fighter. Forward flicker by the Storm. And Sanji with a heavy spin on Rival. Still yet to use his OG heavy spin. There's a knock-up. Chico Guide falls. 40 finds him. Yumes falls as well. 2K for the Apex Predator. And now Echo on full swing. The aggression finds Moon, way of the dragon. Here's Rival trying to solve a losing situation, and that's a wipeout at 9:43.
We saw what Todak was trying to do. They're trying to split everyone up. They're trying to get into a good position to pinch Echo in. But the moment Benny Cutie found Momo, you do not have that flank coming in from the top side. And the fact that Carl Teasy saw Yumes on the bottom side, it made it so that that whole pincer thing, trying to box them in, it did not work out. Todak, unfortunately, Echo knew what was going to happen, and they stopped that. Prevention is better than cure.
For sure. They started that team fight already at a deficit, already at a handicap there, with the fact that he was already taken out before they went for it. And you can see Echo, once again, picking up the space here. Yaoi
gets a kick, and it's on Yumes. Here comes Sanji. Rival took some time to get his purple. Yumes is still alive. Watch how Momo and Rival draw a line. Heavy spin set up. Yaoi very low. Gets on out of here. They pop Rival. Sanji gets the kill. Todak are holding on. Lord has been taken down. Sanji with the flicker. That's 2K for him. Momo falls. Sanford with the Black Dragon form. Full on combo. Moon falls inside his base. And Echo get 3 for none.
10 minutes 11 minutes, 10,000 gold lead. Luckily for Todak, they didn't have the waves at the right time. Todak were still able to clear that mid and that bottom side. Otherwise, this would have looked a lot different. Weird.
Preventing Rival from making a play, that was big.
Now, another engagement. This is the right thing to do for Echo. They just push the advantage, force these engagements. They steal the orange away. And now Todak are forced to stay inside their own base.
Ooh, wow. Echo just completely dominating here in the 12th minute of game. And when we took a look at that replay, right, it was such an unfortunate Astral Sphere. He should have hit Yawi. It was a few centimeters off in terms of that range. But later on, right, we're already 12 minutes in. Moon should be getting those items back. I'm curious to see how it looks like, because in the later stage of the game, that type of poke should be able to deter Echo's aggressiveness later on, right?
Moon needs 2 items, you guys needs 4. Going up against this composition, the fact that you guys can't deal out easy damage is quite a problem, because now Chiku guys even has a Wind of Nature, so he can survive a little bit longer going up against Sanford. Not going to survive quite well going up against Benny Cutie. Looking at the itemization here, Moon only has 2 items, which is strong, but going up against Sanji, 1, 2, 3 items here. And the fact that there's a lot of penetration coming in from the Genius Wand as well as the Arcane Boots, Chiku won't be able to do well because he has absolutely no magic resist.
Oh man, and unfortunately Yaoi as well as Carl TZ already do. So
Benny Cutie is full item, by the way.
yeah, Novari needs at least penetration at this point, right? Divine Glaive or even the Genius one.
At this point, I kind of feel like, yeah, it's the Divine Glaive because Echo, their lineup is way too tanky. You got to stop Carl TZ and Sanford somehow.
I'm also wondering where Yums is right now. In this situation, 13 minutes in, 1-13, he thought of building the fleeting time first, plus a couple of baby armor items, baby sustain items. What was that? Was he thinking to go aggressive much faster than they're actually going now?
Yeah, but the thing is, he always get caught by Yaoi. Speaking of Yaoi now, he's in the front line. Sanford, Black Dragon form going in.
2 lanes pushed in, 2 lanes threatened by Echo. Lord crashing on through top lane, fully penetrated. Todak now has permanent damage on their hands. Now Echo might go ahead for mid. Mind you, some key ults have been spent.
Yeah, but the thing is, I kind of feel like Echo, they're not going to be too aggressive for now unless Yaoi has anything to say about it, because Sanford, he doesn't have the Black Dragon form. Wait for that. Once he's on, then they might go for something.
Oh, they're not playing that top side?
Wait, a concealed play. They find the goat. Carl Deasy with at half health.
Oh,
now
no.
they have isolated Chico guy Sanji with a heavy spin of his own. Double kill for Sanji. Yums is already out as well. Moonfall is just Momo and Rival left. Momo gets popped. Rival inside his base. What's he thinking? What's he gonna do? Echo has no waves in mid, but they do down bottom. Yaoi's still here, living on the edge. Black Dragon form.
No.
Echo smell blood. It's just Rival against the world. Ladies and gentlemen, Echo are just waiting for these minions to move on up as they make it to the next stage.
They have not lost a single match